my stream. I will be with you in just a moment. I am going to turn off my AC so that there isn't this loud noise in the background. But then I will be ready for us to start doing some music. So, uno momento. Alrighty. Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? And of course, there's no one here. So, uh, I don't know. There's a certain level of questioning with these streams, which is like, why do I do them? You know? Because, like, I have barely any followers. But I digress. I do it because it's fun and I enjoy making music, and also these live sessions kind of hold me to a standard of like working on stuff. Because if I don't, then there's a certain level of I won't get anything done. And it's not like I won't do any music. I'll do a lot of music, but I never really, solo work on and finish something. Like there's a certain level of just like infinite projects that don't finish. In any case, we're live now. I'm connected with my iPad, so I'm not signing into the chat there. It'll just show me if someone sends a message, I hope. I can also check on OBS at any point in time, if need be. But what we're going to do is open up Ableton. And, yeah, so today we're going to work on the project that I posted 2 days ago, which still is unnamed. Well, it has a name, but it's not a good one. So, at the moment, it's still unnamed. In any case, we're going to work on it. We're going to try and finish it today, because I would love to send another song out soon. But I will say, we're going to try our best, but it's okay if it doesn't happen, because I am a busy person. Just, not in general, but like this week and the next week, I am going to be in Boston. I'm not going to say exactly where for obvious reasons, but I'll be in Boston with the family, and we'll be chilling and doing stuff. And at that point, I won't have my big chunky boy over here, my computer, and my push. Maybe I'll bring my push in the car ride or something, but I think I'll just stick with, if I can, right there, stick with that guy, which is my OP1, which also, just another thing, I plan to, at some point, figure out how to connect the OP1 audio-wise to my computer, so I can position the mic top down and then do some like stuff like that. At the moment, though, we're working with what we got, and yeah. So, anyways, I have Ableton open to the project, so I'm going to switch to full screen, and you'll see OBS for a second. Well, actually, first things first, I gotta start recording, because having it as a separate video does better for the views. I don't really know. Anyways, hello everyone on YouTube. Welcome to another Abstractive live stream. Today we will be working on a project I posted a day or two ago, which I've been very much enjoying, and it's going to be a fun stream. It should be around about an hour long. Of course, there's stuff that could happen that would make it shorter, or I may just feel like I want it to be shorter. But at the moment, the plan is an hour long. So, in any case, let's get started. I'm going to take you guys over to Ableton, and we're going to do a listen to what we have so far, and do a little talking first, and then we'll get into what needs to happen next. One thing I don't have, which I plan to do soon, is make an overlay for a clock, so that it's in a specific part of the screen. But at the moment, it'll just be like within Ableton somewhere, and I hope it doesn't impede with or I'll do it on my phone, but I hope it doesn't impede with any of the content on the screen. I haven't fully gotten the resizing of the window correct in OBS and all that jazz, but in any case, I'm going to stop talking so much to Ableton. Alrighty. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So, change of plans. You're going to have to give me a second here. I'm not going to go into too much details about what's happening right now, but long story short, I have a VST and Windows doesn't like it. You can probably piece together why. I've disclosed that before, but like, shit's expensive, man. Shit's expensive. Once YouTube starts giving me money, which is going to be a while, I'm going to just make sure every VST I've ever needed is on hand. But at the moment, I'm working with what I got. Anyways, we should be good. I should be able to open Ableton now. So, also, at the end of this stream, I'm going to just start trying to do these, just in general. I'm going to assign, like, homework, and I know people don't like homework, but think of it less like homework and more like, I don't know, like a challenge to complete to become better at making music. So, each video I do will have one, I think, and they will relate in some way to the video itself. So the last video I did was about drum patterns, and I did a whole challenge to you guys to tag me or in a video or whatever of an interesting drum pattern or some texture. I don't know. Anyways, I feel like saying that and making it a challenge could be interesting because it helps some people who don't put the time and effort in. I feel like if you explicitly tell them what to do, and maybe they'll do it. Anyways, here we are with all the VSTs and stuff. Let's go F11. Alright, so the beginning of this song is pretty good already. There is this gray issue, which please tell me how to fix it, but I just Command X and then Command Z. But the one thing that this song is missing is, like, obviously transitions. I'm not great at it, so we're going to work on that today. But here's the song in entirety from the beginning. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So, this intro, I was going to be quiet, but screw that. We have this drum pattern. It's very simple. We have this bass, which I 100% use the MIDI clip for, which I don't tend to do often, but it just works so perfectly. Then, transition. This one I made myself. Sound is something I'll talk about in depth in a moment, but I do a lot on it. This I'm not sure about, kind of like it, but it's very soft, just more texture. I also gotta remove this one because if I'm repeating it 4 times, it doesn't work. that's what we have so far. Of course, we have all this extra drum stuff, which I just extend everything to like a length that's bigger than you need, so that if I add stuff, it'll just be easier in the end. But the first things first, let's talk about each individual element. So with the drums, there isn't too much going on. I use like this tape module, chow tape module, which if I open up here, I do chow tape model. Pretty sure if I'm correct. Yes, it is free. So I haven't used like any of their other things, but this seems kind of cool. But like chow DSP products. If we click on products, it just shows all of them. This is what I was looking for. Chow tape model, which is digital emulation of reel-to-reel analog tape machine. It sounds, and when I say this, it sounds amazing. It's really, really good. So let me turn off the effects that we got going on here. All you really need to know with the auto filter is it's for the transition, and it's barely doing anything. I should have put it down here. Let me do that. Add it. Now I'm adding automation lanes. But the frequency is just like it's doing this thing. So at the moment it's off, and then I can turn it on. But I'm gonna keep the auto filter on for the moment. This is gonna just be raw sound. Let's solo it also so you can hear that. And then there's this subgroup, but we'll talk about that in a sec. This hi-hat, by the way, has a utility for build-up. So this is the drum pattern alone. Which sounds good. Now, if we go over to the group, and then we turn on iHinny, which, by the way, is not free, but it's a parallel compression, so it is very good sounding. So with it on, it sounds like this. Without it, it just adds a little bit of extra, niceness to it. Next, chow tape. It brings everything to this equalness that I really like. Then, after that, is RC20, which I use a bunch, not free again. It's I use it for the noise because the noise is so nice, but also there's a little bit of digital magnetic wobble, whatever. I'm not going to go into the details of that. So in any case, we have all those, and it's a simple drum pattern, really. It's like kind of aim and break in a way. We want like here. Wait, no, it's here is the start of the loop. And then we do, kind of like this loop. But anyways, it's kick, and then the hi-hat is this constant pace with the, I think it's like 1/4 or, no, it's 1/16. 1/16. Yeah. It's this constant pace, which, 1 second, I'm about to sneeze. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Well, now my nose is cleaner. Anyways, the hi-hat is a constant pattern, and it's a bit funky because it's a 7/4 time signature. So, I mean, of course, it's a little weird. But it's funny because I don't think I'm actually using that time signature. It's just like it exists, but it's not like in play at all. In any case, there's the hi-hat, which is the constant pattern. Then the snares are happening. They're doing like a 1, and then a 1/2, and then a 1. So it's you can kind of see how it's made, and I don't really need to go into too much detail on that. And then the kick it's a similar pattern, but just placed in a different spot, if you think about it that way. We have the double kick, single kick, double kick, single kick, double kick, and that's kind of how it goes. And then we have here, we have single, single, single. And you can hear that if I play. Yeah. Anyways, you get the general idea. It's pretty simple, and per usual, with everything going on, I have my automation lanes here, here, and here. I have this grouping for making iHinny work without it affecting the hi-hat, because I didn't want it to affect the hi-hat, but I still wanted general drum effects. And of course, you could be like, I'll do the auto filter on every single sound, but that is dumb. That doesn't make sense. And of course, probably could have done just the auto filter on the full track, but I was just like, I'll just do the hi-hats in case I want to do something else on the main drums. Like if I want to change it on or off, or mute, whatever. It's just like having a group makes it really easy to mute and unmute stuff. So that's the first sound. Now the second sound is this bass, which I think it's a preset garage organ bass. I just found a bass and I went with it, and all we have is an auto filter. And then I soften it down so it's not too punchy, too loud, too gravelly, all that. Then, after that, we have this effects, SFX, which, for your information, is literally just RC20, because if I hold a key down, see, nothing happens, but if I do this, wait, okay, something's not right here. This is peculiar. Yeah, that's what's supposed to be happening. Anyways, the idea is I'm making a noise riser, and it's just rising, and then again I forgot to do this as a automation lane, but it does something like this. Not perfect, and we're gonna edit that today. I did not set a timer. So let's do that for 58 minutes. I'm going to do it on my phone, because I think it would just be easier for me anyways. So yeah, we have this transition part, which the bass is using auto filter with the frequency, so you can see how that looks. Drums are doing frequency and noise amount. So this one is really supposed to also do the noise gate, but it's doing it less. The issue is I'm doing the frequency at the same time as I'm doing the noise amount. So you literally, it basically does nothing. I could probably remove it, but I'm going to leave it there because it's fine. Then below here, there's nothing else in terms of transition. But we go on to the next sound, which is the synth. Oops. Which is vital with this sound, which I made myself, and I am extremely happy with, even though it's like as basic as can be. Still, it's very beautiful sounding, so I'm a big fan of it. And all I'm doing is just some RC20 with some like more digital and stuff, so it has like a little bit of movement, I guess, like with the magnetic and the wobble. It's minor, but I like it. And then we have this first thing, which does its thing. It has this loop, and I'm just looping it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And this is the same exact thing as this, and this, and this, except this guy is just, we are lowering the notes. And then here, I just make it one of these, and this, so it's faster. So we have this, and then we have this. Just to add variety to it, Then these are lower notes, so same deal with this, but the one distinction is this one has like it has just a slightly difference. There's like some spacing here, actually, I'm just realizing. I honestly can't tell the difference, so I'm going to leave it be. But, truth be told, stuff is slightly off, which probably annoys a lot of people. As long as this sounds good, it doesn't really matter. Then we have the bass sound. Again, this is the same guy from above, I think. Just different format. So we got the higher note, lower note. It's just following the same pattern as this guy. High, low, high, low. Next, my favorite sound of them all starts like this. We have the arpeggiator, but that's just because when you drag it in, it'll do MIDI effects first. But we have piano tech with tubular bells. Let's actually show you the process here. So I'm going to remove everything besides piano tech. So now it's not working. All right. So that's what it is by default. So if we listen to it, very boring. So we arpeggiate it. So arpeggiators basically just means playing the note a bunch of times over at a rate, and then you can add steps to it, so kind of pitches. That's the dumbed down version. More interesting, still not great. Then we have the gated delay, which gated delay basically, it's kind of like a forward versus reverse. So it kind of record scratches in a way around these parts. This is one of my favorite VST plugins, by the way. I like it. It sounds really good. It may only be available in Ableton Suite, 11 Suite at least. Because it's a Max for Live plugin, I think. Then we do echo to make it even more like interesting and kind of folding over itself kind of deal. And then I'll get to this one in a sec because that's kind of a bulk. Auto filter then to like kind of quiet it down. And then EQ8 to kind of fix some of the frequencies so it's even softer. Then I got this free plugin, which I don't really understand. Without it, it sounds like this. With it, it sounds like this. So it could be my signal is already interesting enough, and thus it's not doing anything, but I literally can't hear a difference. But I left it on because I was like, maybe it's doing something I can't tell, and that's cool. Next, we have this one, which is, it's called Mix Gel here, but really it is a gate. It's not a gate, sorry. It's, what is it? I'm pretty sure it's the glue compressor, if I'm correct. No. What is it? compressor? Yeah, it's the compressor, sorry. It's the compressor. I just picked one called Mix Gel here. And then I edited the settings a bit. And essentially what I'm doing here is a little complex, but really, really cool. And it's like, once you start making music, it's a topic that like you should figure out and learn because you can make some really cool stuff with it. It's sidechain. So basically we are sidechaining audio from the kick, which is up here, this guy. So if we listen to the kick, or this pattern, so you hear that. Now let's go over here for it. So now you see this. Every time the kick happens, it's like activating this compression. And when I couple it together, basically what it's doing is anytime there's a kick, there is no sound. It's muting the sound effectively. So it's like cutting in and out. So with the rest of the sounds like this. And now, for instance, if we change the audio to be the hi-hat, it would sound even different. And worse, but then let's try the snare. Doesn't sound as good. The kick is good because it's kind of going in line with the rest of the sound. So we have that kick. Then we go over here and we have this, which is very, very simple. It's piano tech, like Steinway, with vintage reverb. Very like soft, reverby, auto filtered, so it's not as loud. Like if I turn it off, sounds beautiful. And when you couple it with the rest of the song, you get something like this. Very background subtle. Yeah. In any case, it's just like, it's an element that's there. It's doing stuff, but it's not, you know, this crazy big old thing. You know? Anyways, that's the song. So now let's talk about goals. So first things first, the time of the song, which we'll do the funny thing I like doing, which is, let's find the exact length. It is, oops. I always zoom into the wrong spot. If this is technically the end, it's 2 minutes 8 seconds, which for a song is not bad. It's nothing crazy, but it's close to a typical song length. I know a lot of people are like, you gotta have 4 minutes for it to be a song. You could have a minute-long song. Doesn't matter. So 2 minutes is good. Extending it a little longer might be great. Would be great, so that I have a longer song, but less important. The obvious thing is I want to fix this intro transition, and then I want to add transitions between all the other parts. And transitions can be kind of whatever you want. They could be something as simple as what I have here, which let me show you. It's around about here. This guy. What I have here is I just have this sound, which typically this is the higher note. Wait, I just realized I think these are the same exact heights. Huh. That's not true. They're different. I can see it. It's just some are connected. Okay, I see. It's just the top notes. Anyways, typically for these, this guy is like this note, and this one is a different note, which it's not in the red, which I'm realizing. The orange. Whatever it is. Still sounds fine. Anyways, typically they're not the same, but I made these the same exact height, so it has a slightly different sound. And that is, kind of the transition, but I feel like doing a noise transition, a riser, something like that is going to be better for us. But let's start at the beginning here. Okay, first things first, I'm going to remove that so it's just like equal. Wait, that's the auto filter frequency? Is this... Oh, that's because it's not selected. There we go. I gotta select here. Okay, I see. So that's why I had it like this on purpose. I guess I want more noise earlier. It's closer. Slightly better. We're getting there. We're getting there with something. Okay. Alright. So, how does that sound? Little off. I'm gonna solo you. Okay, the issue is it's too fast. I'm realizing now that we want it to be more like this as the range, right? Yeah. From here, oops. From here to there. Yeah. Okay, so it was a little off. I kind of like that, except it still feels a little off. I just don't know why. That's fine. I think the bass is fine too. I'm realizing the bass doesn't continue because I have this new bass. So if I'm doing this right, I think I would want it like take longer. No, you can hear it a little bit at the wrong time. The solve for that is just gonna have to be this one part. It's around about here. It's these. Remove those. Yeah, I think that's better. Feels off. Like, I guess I could bring it one closer here. But no. Oh, wait a second. It's because we have... let's try the noise gate. Just make sure we're on 1/16th so we can get in here. No, it needs to be. Yeah, fan of that. Do this over there also. Make sure this is the right way. I'm trying to decide if the noise gate, the noise riser sounds any good. Well, of course not if it does that. This is so difficult, this stage of the process, because it's like minor things where I'm just unsure. Because I do like that, but also we'll go with this for now. Okay. Not that, at least. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the closer? What's the end? Kind of like this, maybe. So I have it extending, like, all the way over here. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Not that. I kind of like a tail end reverb. But at least what I'm gonna try first is just like a balance. No, it's gain. Like a fade off, which the only issue is I need to line it up correctly. Zooming in here. Let me go to like 1/8. So the grid is a little bit finer. So then we have this. Over here. Gotta line it up. And about here. Alright. Interesting. It's a little slow on one part and then fast on another. It's also not lined up correctly, but Okay, that is there. I gotta make sure this guy is lined up there. I think that's better. Then we go over here. I think let's remove that. Cool. All right. We have 35 minutes left. We're just about halfway done. I mean, technically, I started and forgot to record for a bit, but nonetheless, what else does it need? Because I'm unsure. I think it's pretty damn perfect. For my skill level, I might add. Here's a question, which, I mean, no one's here to answer besides myself, but I'll talk to myself about it. Is this long enough section? Because we only have the high note with the no drums. Yeah, I think we'll keep it. This might be too long. I don't know. Hard to tell. Interesting. All right. Give me a second here. I'm going to look something up. But I'm just like thinking about this end section here, if it's too long, and then also if this section should do the high and then the low. I'm thinking I could try it, but I also don't want to move everything over. So, yeah, that's the current running question. Because I don't know, it's like we're nearing the end, very course. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things where it's like, at some point, I just gotta release it because if I spend too much time on it, it'll never get done. And it sounds really good right now. So we have this. It's interesting that it like overlaps here. Okay, fuck it. We're gonna try this. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drag it over to here. Right about. Then we're gonna go zoom it in. Oops. I always have trouble with this step. Yeah, it's there. So let me grab everything from there. And then if it doesn't sound good, we'll reverse it. But yeah, that's better. And that makes sense because now this is the 2. Obviously, I understand this issue. Can't start it like that. Nope. Okay, there we go. That's better. Yeah. Huh. I guess this sounds fine with the longer ending. Okay. So here's the plan, folks. It has been technically the 48 minutes starting the stream, but my timer says I have 27 minutes left. So I'm going to do my talking, and we're going to end early because I'm at a stage where I think I could send it out, but I want to let it stew for like a day longer. And then tomorrow, I think, like all morning, I'm going to work on naming it. I'm going to work on cover art, and I'm going to try and send it out before I leave on Monday. So in any case, first things first. I guess I'll give you the homework, the challenge. So my challenge to you is when you're watching this video, after you finish, my challenge to you is to pick a song that you are working on, and I want you to go to every single switch. So, like here, where I have this drum pattern and then this new sound comes in. Go to every single one, and I want you to put a transition. And I stress this importantly, every single one. Even if he doesn't need it, put a transition there temporarily, just so you can get used to doing the transitions. And then, of course, tag me in your song or whatever, and I will gladly take a listen and give you feedback. because I would love to. But give every single part a transition, whether it needs it or not, and then upload that version. I'll take a look at it, but also after that, just like listen to it again and be like, okay, it doesn't need a transition here, or I need to change this transition. But the idea is that you get really good at transitions. You get to a point where you know how to take one element, one instrument from one part to another. Maybe it switches up, maybe it does this other thing, and you could be like, well, natural transition is needed. Or you could be like, definitely need to do sound, 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 sound. But it could also just be like, actually, if I remove this, it sounds okay. That's something you'll figure out. But the challenge for you is to practice your transitions because it's something that I think a lot of people can benefit from um, doing. Well, at least that's the challenge for today because that's kind of what we focused a lot on. In any case, I thoroughly hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go and switch screens here to Facecam. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed today's live stream. I'm sorry that it's not longer, but I just, like, energy-wise, I don't really know what to do with the song, so I'm going to let it sit because going away and doing fresh eyes is really, really important because it helps you notice things that you missed. And of course, I've done that like 5 days in a row. And there's a certain point where you got to tell yourself it's done. And that point is going to be by the end of today. I will be like, okay, nothing else to add. Or, ooh, here's this idea. And if I get that idea, I will ride that dopamine wave, that, idea stream. I'll ride it. But at the moment, I don't have that. I'm at this point where I'm like, sounds really good. What more could I do? Finishing touches. And then I get into the mixing phase, which maybe I will stream my mixing tomorrow. I don't think so, because it's kind of a menial task that I just kind of like getting done and not streaming. But in any case, hope you guys enjoyed today's video / episode / stream. And I will try to post something soon, but just know I will be away for a bit. So if there's no content for a week, like, I think I'm getting back. I'm leaving. When am I leaving? I'm leaving on Monday. Around about Monday. 23rd, 24th. I'm leaving the 23rd, maybe, or the 24th. I think it's the 24th. And then I'm coming back around about the 28th. So then I'll be back the 28th, and then I'm leaving the 3rd of July. 3rd of July. So I will be back and forth, but rest assured, when I get back, I will record something, even if it's like a 5-second tutorial. I will get it out there so I have a flow of content. I'm not, dropping this whole entire channel right now. Just know I will be away, and there will be other things in play. Maybe I will record something while I'm gone. I doubt it, because I don't have my fancy computer and my, camera and my mic, so I'm less interested, I guess. In any case, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys when I see you. I love every single one of you guys. Keep making music. Do the challenge. And yeah. Love you. Bye.